marking his 100 days in office with a big and enthusiastic rally in Warren, Michigan, in the heartland of America. It is in Macomb County, car-making hub and home to many blue-collar workers, and Trump's speech comes right after he signed an executive order relaxing, taking back some of the tariffs that he had placed on cars and car parts. Hello, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Vargas. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, Trump officially hits his 100-day mark tomorrow at noon, but as you just saw, he's already celebrating his first 100 days in office tonight with his very first campaign rally-style speech since he took office in January. He took office with an ambitious agenda and a long list of campaign trail promises, and he has delivered on many of those promises, most notably on the border, where he declared a national emergency and sealed the border. The number of illegal immigrants crossing the southern border has plummeted since he took office. And he kept his promise to crack down on DEI and on trans athletes competing in sports. He also kept his promise to begin deporting all illegal immigrants. But for many, some of the warning signs are in how he has done much of this, particularly when it comes to his beloved tariffs, which have caused some economic chaos, both here and around the world. He called his 100-day-old second term in office the most successful term in U.S. history, an assessment that most recent polls show most voters do not share. However, this is key. We are just 100 days into Trump's four-year term, and much, particularly when it comes to tariffs and taxes and the economy, much of this is still very much in flux. Remember, at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, President Trump will be joining Chris Cuomo, Bill O'Reilly, and Stephen A. Smith for a town hall live right here on NewsNation. But there is lots to discuss tonight, given that very long stem winder of a campaign speech just delivered just now in Michigan. So let's get to our political panel. Mick Mulvaney is a NewsNation political contributor who served as President Trump's chief of staff in his first administration. And Kurt Bardella is a Democratic strategist, also a NewsNation political contributor. Great to have both of you here. All right, so let me just get both of your first takes on the hour-and-a-half speech that Trump just delivered. Mick, you go first.
Yeah, in fact, I think you hit the nail on the head on a couple of different things, not the least of which was the time. It was an hour and a half long, which even for him is on the long side. It started, I watched the rally that he did at the Air Force Base earlier in the day and was commenting to several people here at NewsNation that I thought it was fairly subdued. It was kind of quiet. He was kind of low key. And he started that way again tonight. But what you saw tonight is that Donald Trump is a true extrovert. Why is he doing campaign rallies when he's not running for office again? Because he likes doing it. The man was as animated there in the last 10 minutes as I've ever seen him. So he does this because he enjoys it. He does it because it makes news. We cover it, and he likes to see that. I didn't hear anything that was particularly unique or unexpected. It was a campaign rally, the likes of which we've seen many, many times before.
Kurt, listen, he touted lower prices and high approval ratings, saying his approval is actually in the 60s or 70s. He didn't clarify what polls he's reading. He also cited several prices, whether it be the price of a gallon of gas or the price of eggs, which are not accurate.
Yes, I think he's just reading off of polls that were probably handed to him by his aides that were just made up. And again, that's what we come to expect from Donald Trump. I don't think anyone at this point here in year 8, 12, however many years it's been now, we know he likes to hyperbolize. He likes to exaggerate. He likes to claim everything is always the greatest, the best, the biggest that we've ever seen in humankind. That's just par for the course. That's his shtick. So that was Donald Trump, as we have, as Mick said, seen him many, many, many times before. I was struck, however, by the amount of time devoted to talking about past grievances, about people that have already left the public spotlight. It was almost like, if you didn't know any better, he was running for president, not that he actually is the president.
Yeah.
And over time, that's not going to serve him well. There's only so many times you can talk about how horrible things may or may not have been under Joe Biden before people go, well, you're the president now. You have total control. Republicans have control of everything. What have you done for me lately? That's the culture that we live in right now.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.